Stop it!
Welcome back, it's time to listen to Mom. Can we all take a moment to relate that times have not been that easy? It is easy to indulge and really do the wrong thing, especially in our current time period. It is really easy to be angry and cynical, especially on social media. Recently, I made a list of films based on time traveling, and I rewatched a ton of them. One that really stuck out to me was Groundhog Day, a film where our star Bill Murray plays a cynical weatherman who is covering, well, the events of Groundhog's Day. He is definitely not the most noble of characters or even likable, but there is a twist. After his first day, it does not go exactly as planned. He is instantly faced with a very strange problem. His day keeps repeating. So the question really adds up, is this a curse or is this a blessing? Well, at first it feels like a curse having to deal with the same day over and over again. Struggle with the thought process of, what if he could have just repeated a better day?
I was in the Virgin Islands once. I met a girl. We ate lobster, drank pina coladas. At sunset, we made love like sea otters. Why couldn't I get that day?
It comes to the question, what would you do with this? Is this a curse? Is this a blessing? I mean, we see Bill Murray's character start to indulge in things that would be punishing otherwise. We do things we would never do because of the fear of punishment, escaping the law, overeating, doing all kinds of crazy things, going after any woman because you know exactly how to get with them or appease them without fail. But then something happens to Bill Murray's character, essentially running into a wall. We run into Rita, a woman who is his coworker who could try and sleep with next. That's his overall goal, but we learn of who she is. We see a problem occur that it's not easy. What can be a challenge can be considered fun, but unfortunately it doesn't work out. Can I get that one night stand, essentially? How can you fail if you have unlimited chances within a day? In fact, it almost showcases the reverse where he starts failing even worse and worse, and then his natural tendencies start to fail. It's become super awkward. Well, this is where morals come into play. Right and wrong depending on the point of view in some situations. But then something interesting happens that despite all the self-indulgence that he has and power, it's not as satisfying, and he starts to lose faith and give up. And this curse won't let Bill Murray give up. Despite trying multiple ways to get out and things, it all ends up in failure. But something even further happens to Bill Murray's character. We see Bill Murray look for a new satisfaction, helping others. He is able to learn about every single person, and he openly finally admits defeat and then just learns about everyone else's desires, what they love, what they hate, their troubles, their successes, and this leads to finding happiness in others. And we ask this question, through failure, can we change? If you try everything, can anyone become a good person? Is our happiness truly in others? Because we see Bill Murray focus on loving himself and learning new skills. Just as anyone after a breakup who is sad, loses a job, things change, everyone always says to focus on yourself and be better. Because if you can love yourself, the idea is you can love others. And even Bill Murray says this at one point, where I think there's a bit of truth where he says he doesn't even love himself. And realistically, if he self-indulges and does the things he does, then he probably doesn't. But then he changes. We see he works to fill his day as efficiently as possible to helping others, which is a truly noble thing to do, which is something that Rita finds as an ideal relationship. But it's interesting because at the end, he finds out how to fulfill his day by being there for others. His ideal relationship that we mentioned, a connection to Rita, accidentally becomes complete. Prior, he would never have been with Rita. But because he has changed and becomes the man she so desires, as she said prior, then he can win her heart. Shocked, he did not know this was the man she wanted. He just turned into a better person because even to his shock, at the very end, the curse has been lifted. We can change. Even the most cynical person. It may take a lot. It may take multiple tries, maybe endless tries. And some people believe that you cannot change. For those that are watching this video, that something must happen in your life to make the change. You change because of change in income, change in social status, loss or gain in your life. You could argue he was able to change due to the circumstances. But does this mean under the right situation that any one of us can change? Can even the most hopeless person become the most inspirational being on the planet? All I know is this film is always so heartfelt seeing the journey of someone change, because like any movie, seeing character growth is what keeps us attached to movies. Deep down, no matter what, we all want to change, for better or for worse, but perhaps even if it is for the worse, maybe our most human instincts still find happiness in others at the end of the day, even if that day is the same one repeating itself over and over.